directive principles of state policy with the aim to achieve welfare state. Directive principles of state policy incorporated in our constitution under part 4 and article 36 to 51 of our constitution. These principles serve as guidelines to our state. Framers of our constitution, inspired by Irish constitution, later they incorporated these principles in our constitution. Through these principles, our state and central government try to provide social, economic and political justice to the people. Okay, but if central or state governments do not implement it, then no court of law questioning it, because it is based on ethics or it is based on Gandhian principles. Okay, but any person or ruling party come to power, then they must keep all these principles in their mind. Okay, now we may learn these principles one by one. Okay, first one, providing adequate means of livelihood to all. Okay, first principle, providing adequate means of livelihood to all. Okay, providing some basic needs of people. Okay, equally to all. Okay, which are the basic needs of people? Okay, food, shelter, clothing, education, health facilities. Okay, these are all basic needs of human beings. So, providing adequate means of livelihood to all. To prevent community wealth and resources to become a private property of few people. Okay, nowadays we can get to see wealth is in the hands of only some people. It divides society into rich and poor. Okay, so this direction or this principle says wealth must be equally distributed between all the people of the country. Okay, so it is the responsibility of government to undertook some measures. Okay, measures to distribute wealth equally to all people of the country. Okay, next, third one, equal wages for equal work. Okay, government must make rules for providing equal wages for equal work. Okay, both men and women working equally, so they should get equal payment. Okay, this direction says your government must provide equal salary for equal work both between men and women. Provide public assistance to old, sick and weak. Okay, government should provide public assistance to old people, aged people, or sick people and some other weak people in the form of pension. Okay, next fifth one, to implement uniform civil code throughout the country. Okay, government should implement uniform civil code, means same rules for whole nation. Okay, all are equal, no one is above the law, no one is below the law. Okay, all are equal. Okay, same rules for all people of the country. Okay, to provide opportunity for the development of health and education of children below 6 years. Okay, next direction, providing opportunity for the development of health and education of the children below the age of 6 years. Okay, supplying nutritious food to children. Okay, it is helpful to improve the health of children. Okay, then next, to protect historical monuments and places of interest. Okay, here in India we can get to see historical monuments like Gol Gumbaz, Taj Mahal, Jamia Masjid, Jumma Masjid. Okay, in this way many more historical monuments are there. So we must protect. It is the duty of government to protect all these monuments and also places of interest. Clear this? Next, to separate judiciary from legislature and executive. Okay, in India we may get to see independent judiciary. Judiciary is not under the control of legislature or executive. Okay, that is working independently to protect the rights of the citizens. To protect international peace and respect international law. Okay, to protect international peace and respect international law. You know, India is a peace-loving country and it always spread the message of international peace and coexistence. Okay, India declares whole world is like one family. Okay, so these directions or principles says, okay, we should protect international peace. Okay, we try to develop peace all over the world and we should show respect to international law. To establish Grama Panchayats. Grama Panchayats are very important to solve the problems of common people in villages. Okay, so it is the duty of government to establish grama panchayats in every villages. Clear this. Next, to encourage rural and cottage industries, to support village and cottage industries. Cottage industries are small industries. It includes handicraft products. Handicraft products. It includes weaving of baskets, weaving of cloth, okay, jewelry work, iron work, okay, making furnitures, then making pots. Okay, these are all the handicraft products or cottage industries. But nowadays, here due to more competition from big industries, cottage industries destroyed. Okay, here big industries making use of machines, okay, to run the business. Okay, so nowadays this cottage industries lost its importance. Develop agriculture and animal husbandry. On modern lines. Okay, we should follow modern methods of agriculture. Okay, then we must use modern tractors, tillers, then chemical fertilizers, okay, seeds, etc. to develop agricultural productivity. Okay, next we must follow animal husbandry. Okay, from the ancient time, man depends on animal husbandry. It includes domestication of animals. Okay, domesticating some animals like cattle, cows, okay, then buffaloes, okay, for the purpose of getting milk, then skin, meat, etc. Okay, then next, support prohibition of liquor. Okay, here liquor, it includes whiskey, brandy, wine, etc. Okay, so government should give support for prohibition or banning of this, okay, from the country. Okay, here liquor, it weakens the financial condition of the family. Okay, especially women had to face lot of problems, okay, due to this. In this way, fundamental rights are related to one person or individual, but directive principles are related to whole community. Okay, so compulsory our state and central government must implement it. Okay, these principles are very important to provide social and economic justice to all people of India, and these principles are very important for holistic development of our country. Okay, thank you students.